It's time for astrology again. Welcome, I'm Felicity Fletcher. I'm an avid reader, a hopeful author, and a practicing witch and astrologer, and this is my low budget weekly astrology videos. I am mentioning it as low budget again because there are things outside of my control. Neighbors are fun, so I apologize for the background noise. I'm doing my best. But that's not what's important. What's important is the astrology. So let's jump right in. This week, we're covering the week of Sunday, July 6th through Saturday, July 12th. I will be doing a very quick rundown of the astrology and then giving you a word for each day. So starting on Sunday the 6th, first thing we have the moon moving into Sagittarius. This is a time that brings with it adventure and excitement. You look at things as a big picture. It's also a really good time for learning and teaching and gaining information from each other, from other people. It's a really good time to immerse yourselves in different cultures. Try new things, try new food. Sagittarius moon is a great time for that. We also have Venus sextile Saturn. This brings with it an increased need for companionship, for having those people that are going to be there, that are going to support you, and being supportive of them as well. It's about building that support system within your relationships. It's a time that common sense really rules relationships. So this is a time where we're going to really be looking at who is there for us, who is supporting us, and what are we getting out of this and what are we giving. This is also a very good time for business deals. So if you have something business related that needs to be done or a contract that needs to be signed, Sunday's a good day for it. Venus will also be sextiling Neptune during this time, which is a very sensual and caring energy. It's not as common sense as the sextile with Saturn. It's more floaty, relaxed. It's about enjoying the people that you're with, about really caring. It's a good time to go shopping as well. We tend to find some really cool things when Venus is sextile Neptune. It's a good time for our relationships. It's a good time for romance. It's a good time to really connect with the people in your lives. That is why the word for Sunday the 6th is companionship. We need to be looking into those relationships we have and our companionship with the people around us. So moving on to Monday the 7th, this is actually a pretty big day because Uranus enters Gemini. Uranus is a slow-moving planet, so when it moves signs, we feel it. We are probably already feeling it. You are probably kind of feeling it in like this disconnect with reality. We become unbound from tradition when Uranus is in Gemini. We tend to see a lot of disruptions. We see a lot of disruptions in things like education, society structure, government. I'll leave that there. It's a time that can be very overwhelming. Disruption's not really a fun thing to think about, but we can get through it. It's not a big deal. But we have to be open to change. We have to be flexible. Whenever we are talking about Uranus, we are talking about expect the unexpected, which means you just have to expect something and you can't have any idea or any plans in place. Just know something's happening. We will see a lot of social discourse during this time. We are already seeing it. That is just going to ramp up more. Personally, I think we're going to start seeing more things in terms of protests, more discussions about things that are going on. I personally, in the activist community that I am a part of, I have seen some shifts in protests very recently in terms of way more digital presence in how we're able to disrupt things. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how that continues. Uranus will be in Gemini for a good bit this year, I think 6 months before it does retrograde back into Taurus, and then it will go into Gemini again and be there for, I think, 8 years. Don't quote me on that though, I forgot to write that down. The other thing happening on Monday the 7th is Venus will be trining Pluto. This brings with it intensity, it brings with it passion, it brings with it obsession and fascination. This energy is stalker energy. This energy is being so obsessed with something you can't let it go. This is a time where wealth creation is also very possible because of that obsession. Venus is a very wealthy planet. It is a planet of wealth and extravagance. And Pluto trining that can kind of really bring some positive to that, bring some intensity to that. But we have to have the correct intentions. Wanting wealth to hoard wealth is what has gotten this country to the place it is in now. But there is a difference about wanting wealth to be able to help yourself, to help your family, to help your community. So when we are doing things that can create wealth, create wealth, it's important, especially during this energy, to know why and to have the correct intention. It is a very changing energy. It's a change. It's going to bring change, which is why the word for the day for Monday the 7th is disruption. Then we move on to Tuesday. Tuesday is going to be a day of rest. We don't have any astrology to talk about, but it is a day of lower energy. Then Wednesday the 9th. Yes. Wednesday the 9th, the moon is going to move into Capricorn. It brings with it more structure. It brings with it more plans. We tend to be more resourceful when the moon is in Capricorn. And this is going to be really good because, again, we just went through a massive disruption on Monday. Now, Wednesday, the word of the day is foundation because we have the ability to start building our foundation. Thursday the 9th, we have a full moon in Capricorn. So right after Capricorn moves into, or the moon moves into Capricorn, we have a full moon in Capricorn. This specific full moon is going to mark the end of certain things. This one is going to be the stopping point for some creative project or for some stuff in your life. This is going to be a time to get rid of what is no longer serving you. And it's going to be the time of those really tough discussions. There might be something that you really want to work on, you really want to do, and you are going to have to get rid of it because it does not serve you right now. It is not helping you. It's not creating something. This is a time where we really will have to look at the balance between what we do for a career, not a job, a career, what we are doing with our day, what we are creating, who we are working for, what we are working on, and balance that with the life we are living. There are a lot of people right now who are out of balance, who are doing things for a career, that are working on projects that do not align with who they are and what they believe. And this full moon is going to kick us in the ass if we do not have that balance. And yes, it is probably going to kick my ass. I am ready for it. It's going to be a time where we can find meaning and we can find passion. And especially if we know it's going to kick our ass, we just have to be ready for what's new. We have to be ready for the word of the day. We have to be ready to reset. Then on Friday the 11th, the moon's going to move into Aquarius. We tend to be very intellectual. We tend to have very intellectual reactions. So again, if you ever have to have a difficult conversation with someone, I do recommend doing it while the moon is in Aquarius. We tend to be very open to new things. It's a time where schedules aren't really good or helpful because there's really going to be no way to stick inside schedules. And the moon in Aquarius is defined by one big word, and that's going to be the word of the day for Friday, and that is freedom. Aquarius moon cares about personal and societal freedom. Cares about its community being free from things like oppression, from poverty, from difficulty, freedom. Saturday is going to be another day of rest. There's no astrology for us to talk about, but it will be a lower energy day. So we discussed the words, and now is the time where you can pause this, grab your pen and paper if you want to. Let's review those words. You can write them down. You can put them in your calendar. Are you ready? Let's do this. Sunday the 6th, companionship. Monday the 7th, disruption. Tuesday is a day of rest. Wednesday, foundation. Thursday, reset. Friday, freedom. Saturday is another day of rest. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody who watches these videos. I hope that you can get something out of them. I get a lot out of them, so I just appreciate the opportunity to do these. If you want to support, you know the spiel. Every single person on this site says the same thing. Like, subscribe, comment, share. You can do all that. I appreciate it. Or you can come back next week too. That's what I appreciate the most. I'll see you then. Bye.